Hi, my name is Jay Grams. My family has owned the Volo Auto Museum since 1960. We have a few hundred of the most exciting collector cars, and they're all for sale in one location. I personally have handpicked them from around the country. Welcome to my sales shop. Come on, let's go for a spin. Well, I can certainly vouch for this one. I put 41 miles on it yesterday. Fantastic car. It's a 4-speed, air-conditioned, big block, real super sport. It's been body off frame restored only about 350 miles ago. Everything's been done to it, and they started with a clean California car. Go to volocars.com. That's where you can read all the specs, study all the pictures. That's where you find the prices on all of the collector cars that we have for sale. We have about 200 right now. That's at volocars.com. If you enjoy the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on that bell icon, you'll be notified as the new ones are posted. For right now though, join me, let's go for a spin. The gentleman I bought this car from had about 30 collector cars. I actually bought this about a month ago, and I just gave him a call to refresh my memory on a few things. I didn't know he had so many cars. But anyway, it was built in California, and it lived in California its entire life. His mechanic foreman, owned this car for a long time, was a really clean survivor, and he kept thinking, I'm going to get around to restoring it one day. Well, the mechanic's usually fixing everyone else's cars, not their own. So finally, this gentleman talked him into selling him the car, and then this gentleman took it completely apart. I just asked him again. I said, was this rebuilt? Was that? He says, oh, everything. That's all he kept telling me is everything was rebuilt. Motor, trans, brakes, suspension, you name it. So anyway, he bought the car and did the complete restoration over the course of a couple of years. He put it in his collection. That's when I just found out he has 30 cars. That's why the mileage is so low on it. He says every so often he would spend a couple of days and they would pull his cars out one at a time, go drive them, get the oil changed, just make sure they're in good working order, and then they'd park them all back in his little mini showroom again. So that's the story with this car. It was born in SS 350, so it was an SS originally. It was born a 4-speed car. It was born these colors, so it's upgraded with a big block. It has new vintage air. So underneath is really nice, and like I said, everything is done. The whole brake system's completely redone, has new disc brake conversion in front, stainless steel brake lines, new e-brake cables, new fuel system. The tank is actually shiny, new fuel lines, new sending unit. All the suspension, the entire front end is new. The ball joints, bushings, springs, 4 new shocks. The rear leaf springs, bushings, hardware, all that's been replaced. You look up at the motor, it's spotless, it's all Chevy orange, as clean as can be. Starter looks new. The 4-speed transmission, all the linkage, everything attached to it, all the components just look new under there. In back, it's a 12-bolt posi. Him and I are both guessing maybe a 323, 355 gear ratio in the back end there. He couldn't remember, but that's what it felt like when I drove it, and that was his guess. It's got a really nice dual exhaust system with Flowmaster mufflers. You'll hear that in a little bit. And super clean California floors. The floors, the rockers, the pinch welds, all that's nice and clean. It was prepped, and then they sprayed it with a black chip guard material on the floors. So again, underneath this car is very impressive. The body's outstanding. It's Nantucket blue. That's what it was repainted. No vinyl top, obviously. The body is all clean, nice metal, all smooth. I looked around the car for problem areas. I didn't find any bubbling, no cracking, no areas where the paint's shrinking or doing anything weird. Just really nice, clean body all around. Doors shut nice. The gaps are real nice. The blue metal flake is laid out evenly, so the color and the metal flake is uniform all around the car, no mismatches. And it's got a really nice glossy clear coat finish on it. The stripes are painted on, and pretty much I'm going to say the trim is all new. Up front, the bumper, although it does have a light scratch, I mean, barely worth mentioning. The bumper, the spoiler, the whole grille, the emblems, the SS grills up here, antenna, emblems, all of it's new. All the stainless trim around the windows is new. Matter of fact, the front and back glass is new. The side glass is really nice original. I just rolled them down. Even the back windows just rolled down like a hot knife through butter. Usually you got to play with them. In back here, obviously has a spoiler, new tail lights, bumper, the SS gas cap. Trunk compartment, very tidy, really nice clean metal, neatly spatter painted. It has a new wiring harness throughout the car, including in the trunk. It's new wiring, has a new latch. It also has new mat, spare tire cover, weather strip. The bottom of the trunk lid in the jamb is painted nice and glossy. There's 17-inch chrome wheels with some performance tires. Door jambs are slick. The weather strips, window seals, sill plates have all been replaced. The interior is completely redone. I mean, down to the last bits and pieces. The door panel, window cranks, handles, armrests, the locks, all of that's been replaced. Has a deluxe wood grain steering wheel. Also has the factory gauge cluster, the tachometer, and then the round gauges by the console area. It's a 1968 big block motor, aluminum intake, dual feed Holley carb. Everything in here is fresh because it is. All the chrome valve covers, alternator, timing cover, pulleys, all that's new. Fresh Chevy orange, new fuel pump, new horns, new wiper motor. The squirters are hooked up. Has a Mallory ignition system in there. Again, vintage air is all new, heat and air conditioning system. So you got new carpet, new cushions, new upholstery, new headliner, new visors, new mirror. The metal inside the car is painted as nice as the outside of the car. The whole center console is new. The gauges are new. Has a retro stereo with 6x9 speakers in back. Has GM seat belts. They're reproduction seat belts. They're all new. The interior lights work under the dash and at the back of the console. Everything in here is excellent. The dash pad, the knobs, dome light works. Really nice inside here. Does have power brakes, the whole brake booster, master, brake lines, all that's new. New power steering. Bigger radiator, dual electric fans. It's got a battery disconnect. New. Has hood insulation. I'll fire it up for you. There's a Hurst Shifter, shifted through the gears real nice. I have two options coming to work. I can take the direct route or I can take some back roads. When I have a car that I like, especially a stick shift, I take the back roads. I took this down the back road this morning. Clock is working. It has 359 miles, had 318 when I left with it. Wipers work. A little bit of paperwork in the binder. According to this, it has a new fuse block, all new wiring. I can see the dimmer switch is new. And then the guy I bought it from signed a letter kind of spelling out the history, how he's owned it for 20-something years. So this mechanic he bought it from, this wasn't recent. He bought it from that mechanic like 26 or 24 years ago. That's how long this collector has owned this car. And it was restored about 10 years ago and just hardly used. So a really great piece here. It's turnkey. It's ready right now to enjoy. Go to volocars.com. I just gave you my impression, but there's plenty of ways to talk to the salesman. They can help answer your questions or concerns. They can help get this delivered. They can help you with financing. It's all at volocars.com. If you enjoy the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the bell icon to be notified as the new ones are posted. Thanks for watching.